Well, we're back here for our next men's open fixture at the Championships, brought to you by Inferno. Jack Rogers in the commentary box here with Carly Banks. Carly, this is going to be a cracking game. We saw last year in the semi-finals the Sharks and the Hornets. The Hornets went on for buzzer beater to go to the grand final, and in 2021 as well. So, what do you reckon? Who's looking like they're going to get ahead in this matchup, Carly?
Yeah, it's anyone's game, and these two teams, they always produce classic contests, and I can't wait for this encounter. Usually I'm in the coaching box of Hornets, so it's a very different view for me today, but very much looking forward to this one.
Well, early there we've seen a intercept of sorts, but it couldn't be held on to, so the Sharks will get 6 again here, close to the line, and you know, they've suffered one loss so far in their pool against the Scorpions. There was only 1 point in that. The Hornets, they've had a really good start too. Couple of casualties though. Few injuries in their camps. This will be a real test for the Hornets, and if they can get over the line here in this match, it's actually a really great sign considering there are a couple of key players down.
Yeah, a few sort of injury concerns for the Hornets, but, you know, this Sharks team, like, chock full of superstars out there. You know, you've got Dylan Hennessy, you've got Corey Russell, and a nice little piece of play
Some
there.
superstars
That was
link
fantastic.
up right there and then. And that will be a try there for the Sharks. They're on the board. And, you mentioned there the superstars in this team. Arthur Butler on the end of that one. But some of those key names, Hennessy, Jermaine Dayberg-Meir, they're the guys that were involved in that first setup.
Yeah, it's a nice piece of play, and the Sharkies are off to a cracker here. And, it'll be important here for the Hornets to settle down. They won't be too perturbed by that. I mean, this game's always got a lot of footy to play in it. So, just looking forward to the way that the boys go at each other here.
Oh, close to the line there. That was a good try. Dylan Thompson throwing a nice ball at the last second of Riley Jones. That's a combination that's worked really well together over the course of this tournament so far. Expect to see more from those players. And good, promising touch there. Again, you don't mind to see it. It almost felt fair in Love and War, but the referee's sort of cracking down on that early.
Yeah, no, that was the correct decision. Dylan, who's not renowned for his hard touches, comes in and he puts one on early. So the boys are here to play.
And another hard touch there. That one within the laws of the game. And 6 touches there. That's a great touch. I think he's got him on the shirt there.
Yeah, Mitch Wilton.
Wow.
Mitch Wilton made that one, and this is really, really good defence here from the Sharks. They're pressing really, really hard, at the Hornets, and the speed of this game, will be on right from the outset, and you can see it. And the Hornets having to run really, really hard here to get some good field position to get this strike dump in with Matty Atkins with the ball in his hands.
Hornets do have a bit of space on the wing. He's tried to earn 6 again. That's so clever, that wing play there. He doesn't earn it on this occasion, but Liam Squires there just tries to pop that ball back and say, hey, you want to have a go at this? And the Sharks defence too experienced for that trick. But they'll come off their own line now. Will the Sharks, fresh legs coming onto the field. Maurice Stone out in the middle of the park. Tyler Love as well. So many classic names in this lineup. Hayden Moffat as well. David Marr. Yeah,
and you don't want to be giving Sharkies piggyback penalties there, and so these guys are very good when they get down in this end of the field. So the Hornets will have to be really disciplined in this game and make sure that they give a minimum of this type of field position to these guys in these types of situations.
So, great touch made there, Matthew Atkins. Good in defence so far for the Hornets.
And watch a little trick play here. Hayden Moffat, the number 17. He's very crafty with the ball in hand.
Moffat goes short. And not looking to go too dangerous there. There's just been putting feelers out.
Pretty relieved there that he didn't pull one of his usual tricks there. But looks like a pretty limited 7 metres at the moment, so the referees probably need to open this up a little bit more, and a passive out the back. And I thought Dylan Thompson might go there in that first play when he hit Riley Jones through that front hole. It looked like the passive shape was out the back, so you can see Dylan's thought process working there, and it's good. He's always keeping people in two minds because he's always got so many options and stuff. So one of the genuinely great players of our game.
Great touch there by Hugh Doherty to really slow things down there for the Sharks. I think one hand probably caught the ball there, but not intentional, so play on. And the Hornets here, they're certainly keeping up with the punches so far. Hennessy with the ball in hands, though, spells danger. Going out to the right. Do they get away from it? No, they don't.
Yeah.
So Floyd, Jaden Love was going for the try, and Jack Edwards saves it.
Yeah, and Connor Edwards, his younger brother, who's in the unfamiliar position of wing, he did enough to just give Jack enough time to get there to make that touch. If he slides away super early, then it's a try for all money. So really good combinations offensively there between the two brothers.
Out the ball, out the back there with that ball, and the Sharks get possession once more. So tight contest so far.
Yeah, the Hornets are sort of a little bit of a different configuration in this game. Blake Potts is playing link there for Chris Lennon, who's resting this game, who's, been one of the real superstars, of this tournament. So, Hornets just sort of moving a few players around and sort of just, those combinations will be a little bit rusty to start with, but, Blake will still do a really decent job for Hornets. He's a very experienced player, State of Origin mixed open player in the last 2 series, and Australian youth representative.
Well, ball goes to ground there at the tail end of that set for the Sharks, but it looks like we're going to see a penalty blown here off the mark, so not what you want to see coming off your own line.
Yeah, and this is the thing. The Sharkies have been really up in this midfield defence, and that's a big rap to Chris Loth and his men there. They're doing a really, really good job, in the opening exchanges here, and they're really, got out of the blocks well. So Hornets need to be less sloppy and really get down the other end the next time they get the foot in their hand and, work for a couple of set completions.
Looking for some second phase play there was Hayden Moffat, and he's going to pick up from half here. See what he can do with the ball. Gee, he likes that sort of short play and tries to go for Corey Russell there, but can't quite get it to him.
Yeah, and and that's the type of stuff you need to be, aware of anywhere Corey and sort of Hayden are around. They played a lot of junior touch together at Redlands, in their youth, and you've just got to keep an eye on them because they're fairly crafty.
Fifth and last, Thompson, ball in hands, and the ball's through hands here. Can they get it back to the wing? Throws the dummy on the inside. Not selling that on this occasion to Nathan Beaton.
Yeah, that passive line out the back nearly paid dividends again then for sort of Thompson, and Floyd Tye got the ball away, and I thought there was a little bit of an opportunity if Connor had released that back on the inside to Floyd, but they survive that attacking foray from the Hornets, and now with a penalty and another good opportunity with field position for the Sharkies.
Zach Jenrick calls that penalty there, and that's put the Sharks in a great position with Hennessy picking up from half. What can he do here? He's working there with Dayberg Mir, and they're very, very happy. Multi-time try scorer, one of the top of all time in NTLs and now the championships. Dayberg Mir with a beautiful try there. Yeah,
he's fantastic. He's just ageless. I think, do they call Dylan Thompson out of play?
Yeah.
Yeah. And Drummy gets the try, and we spoke of him yesterday, and he's just evergreen. I mean, he could keep playing and playing and playing, and as I said, I consider him to be the greatest of all time. He's just an amazing player.
Oh, almost skipping away there. Penalty will be blown, but. Yeah, we spoke yesterday about Riley Jones and his resume, which is building and building. He's a
live wire.
Yeah.
He certainly, and he's a great kid. We had him in the Indigenous All-Stars a couple of weeks ago, and that's where he sort of, a few people sat up and took notice, but he's been doing this for the last couple of years. He came through the Hornets junior ranks, played in the Hornets mixed open for a few years, so that's been a great breeding ground, and now he's got his opportunity at men's open, the last 2 NTL.
Potts goes long, and they have space. Will it be touched or will it be down? Liam Squires reckons he's got it down, but the referees do call touch. Yeah. And good defence, Arthur Butler there.
Yeah, Arthur's made another great touch, and he's really having a fantastic tournament.
Picking up from half. Yeah, it doesn't quite work out there, and you sense that they'd really set up their set for that previous play.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure over in the Hornets box, Lindsay Brain and Tommy Dafter would be just saying to the boys, look, just calm down, let's make sure we take our time, get over the ball, be stronger in those ruck contests, because we're making a few unforced errors that we usually don't make. So, I think the boys would be composing them and, telling them that, we're all about the set completions now and getting back into the grind of this game.
Well, here they go again, the Hornets. They have another opportunity, and just what you spoke about there, Carly. Both teams here with a couple of errors. The pressure starting to build as we draw into the second part of this first half. Maybe a little bit of fatigue. It's pretty hot out there as well.
Yeah, definitely. But, I mean, those are things that, the good teams, you control those things, Jack. So it's really important, that Hornets stop worrying about anything else except getting field position, because they haven't been able to complete a set for a while, and that would be a bit of a worry for them, because they're giving Sharks a mountain of possession, and it might not hurt them now, but second half, when you've had to do that much defence, it has its sort of its payoff somewhere here for Sharks.
Well, Hennessy has the ball in his hands. Goes to Groth now with Hayden Moffat.
Oh, save that try.
6 again. That is one heck of a try save, really. And they've had a few here. It's 2-0 on our athlete scoreboard. You got the sense that it could be a few more, if not for a couple of outstanding saves by the Hornets.
Yeah, great work from Josh Moffat defensively to get himself up there in the channel and save that one.
Hennessy, close to the line, draws the defence out, recycles. And he's got the ball back in his hands again, but this time goes to ground. So, a little unforced error there, and we've got Corey Russell as well appealing for pushing the back.
No, I don't think there was much in that. Liam Squires couldn't knock the skin off a grate. So
no, Squires are... Or they... Actually... It looks like they're going to get in their favour. Bit unfortunate there, because, Squires come up to affect the touch.
Yeah,
there's nothing
definitely.
Sort of in that, so...
Yeah, no, that's all right.
We got a pretty good view of it.
Bit of a love tap. It's all right.
Yeah. So, the Sharks will get 6 more here. And David Mears out in the middle of the park. Tyler Love there on the right flank.
Yeah, now
looking sharp.
He's getting Dylan Thompson for coming out of the line and hitting early at length. So that's been the second time that they've done that. So I think the Hornets need to be very careful about and just time their run and make sure that they're coming forward, making the line, and then waiting until they need to come forward.
A third penalty for the same discretion would result in an exclusion here. A binning of sorts. So Hennessy's second phase play, that is clever stuff, but the ball sort of comes out of the hands the wrong way, and we end up with a bit of a circus trick at the end of that set. Yeah,
that's really, really good defence there from the Hornets in terms of what they're doing. Josh Moffat, he's been super consistent, and he forced one of the world's best players into that type of pass in terms of the way that he treaded and waited. So yeah, really good defence there from Josh Moffat.
Off their own line.
Again, it's about completions, and they really need to. It can be as clunky as it likes, but it's got to get down the other end, and they just really need a set completion.
So far, so good here for the Hornets. Let's see if they can keep things up. Fifth and last, charging away from dummy half. Can he find a free player? Though he can! And the ball looks like it's down. It is indeed. And right there we see first try on the board. I believe it's Will Eagleton that gets the ball down at the end, but really the work from dummy half.
Yeah,
Jack Edwards.
Yeah, Jack Edwards. And see, that should be a bit of an encouragement for the Hornets that the first time that they have a set completion, that they get some flow off the back end of their ruck, they create something like that. So that's the ticket for them, for the rest of this half at least, just to get themselves back on an even keel. And Lindsay Brain would be pretty relieved with that one, because the way things were going, they weren't looking too encouraging at all.
Spaces open up on the left though, and the Sharks, they've hit back straight away. So we've said time and time again, you haven't scored a try until you've defended the subsequent set. And here, fortunately for the Hornets, Groth is able to find Marcus Holm on the wing. And that's probably, certainly the easiest try we've seen in the match so far. Yeah,
young Hugh Doherty probably didn't need to come in there on that one, but that's the pressure and that's the relentless, attacking quality that the Sharks bring to this contest.
They're certainly always ready for these types of games. Plenty of experience in this Shark side, maybe more than any of the other open squads. As we see, an attempt at the line by Jones. He's just so good in that sort of 3 to 4 metre space to the line. Thompson with the ball, and good defence there by Wesley Collins, who gets up and in the face of the defence. Yeah,
great read there from Wesley Collins. He put himself, in the right position. Bit of a static play and a bit tough for Dill to run that play off the back of no real momentum. So yeah, I'd prefer to see them run that with a bit of momentum, so they can't get set to defend that passive. But here we go now, and they've given the Hornets a golden opportunity here, and they've got the right combination of players. They've sent Jack Edwards out again here, so you've got Thompson, Riley Jones, Mitch Wilton, and Jack Edwards has stationed himself out here looking for the play.
Let's see if Jones and Thompson a little bit of... And I already knew who was going to be involved when we saw that happen.
Of course.
It's Corey Russell. He's a
competitor, isn't he?
Absolutely is. And he loves to sort of get involved in that part of the game. So they're going to call try here. And that's an interesting call because, the referees confirm they agree. And... was it Drummy that didn't quite get back on side there?
Yeah, that's consistent because we saw the same thing happen to Dylan Thompson at the other end of the field. Drummy got up to strike that one from an offside position, and that's consistency from the referees. So it's the same type of play. Yep.
3-2. And there we go. 10 seconds on the clock, so the Sharks, they'll get one more shot here. Or will they? They do. Oh, and the ball goes to ground. Good defence there from the winger, Hugh Doherty. And 3-2. We will get one more play, actually. Offside blown. So, penalty. And we got a bit of a runaway. Can things get equaled up here? Let's have a look and
Matty
see.
Atkins.
They're running away here. It's Hugh Doherty.
Oh,
can he make it to the line? He can. And unbelievable.
Wait there. The referees are taking it. Let the boys play, sir.
It's an absolute fiasco out there right now. The referees have called it all the way back, and you know what? After all that, the Sharks are going to get one more shot. So, a confusing passage of play. The ball changes hand multiple times. I was ready to say that the score at half-time is 3-2, and then 3-3, and now maybe we're looking at 4-2. No, it will be 3-2. After all, the Sharks...
No, what's he doing? There's another penalty.
I don't think the teams are going to get a half-time break here, the way that we're going. So... another penalty, late pass. And, the Hornets, they're ready for their rest. They want to go and talk to Lindsay Brain, the coach, who will be sharing all the insights as they only get a 2-minute break here, so it will be a short break. 3-2 is the score, Carly. The South Queensland Sharks lead the Hunter Western Hornets, and it will be an exciting match when we come back here live on KO and Sky. For the second half, a very short half-time break at that because of the theatrics at the tail end here, the men's open action. Carly Banks with me in the commentary box. Should be a good second half, Carly, as we see tensions at an all-time high.
Yeah, definitely. Nice work from Josh Moffat and Nelly getting through there, but an equally good piece of defence there from Wilson Groth. So, this will be a fantastic 16 minutes, and there's a bit of feeling out here, as there always is, between these two combatants, and it's very important that if I'm in either one of those coaching boxes, it would be settle down and let's just try and play some footy. More than anything, it's great to be passionate, and it's good to sort of want to do all the right things, but it's important to just settle down and sort of know that you need to get back to what you do best.
Well, they're 8 metres out from the line now. Perfect attacking position for this man, Thompson. The ball in hands. He'll be picking up from half. Let's see who they can find here. It's Josh Moffat. Players never made it back on side. They need to get 2 feet behind the line, and that's a try, equaling it up early here, the Hornets.
Yeah, that's fantastic to see Josh Moffat get involved. A few years ago, that was his trademark play. He's sort of gone away from it into the trick plays and stuff like that, but that is trademark. Josh Moffat, he scored a similar one last year in the same type of situation against Sharks. So a bit of deja vu there, and puts the Hornets back on level terms at 3-3.
3-3 now. As you said, on our athlete scoreboard, Bristol Paint's try scorers ticking away as the Sharks going for the line here, and this is one of those players who you expect to be there at the end of the tournament on that leaderboard somewhere. Dave Bergmeer working with Dill Hennessy, two of the most experienced men in the game. Hennessy with the ball in hands, goes short. They've got space on the wing, but well shut down there by Liam Squires, who will now play the ball 7 metres out, and they'll work towards their box.
Yeah, nice little middle play. They sort of like got a bit sort of stilted there to create the momentum, and now, that doesn't help much. They've just got to get back and be really, really clean here. And nice from Floyd Ty.
Good driving run from Ty.
Back
he said he came into this side late, and he's fitting in perfectly. And you know what? Off the back of the platform that Ty sets, the Hornets score, and they're ahead for the first time in this match, Carly.
Yeah, that's a fantastic piece of play. It looked a bit clunky coming out of the sub-box, but Thompson onto Daniel Langbridge, and he's been quiet by his own estimations, Daniel, and then he throws a beautiful right-to-left ball, and Squizzy finishes in the corner. That's a nice try for Liam Squires, coming back after losing his tooth yesterday, and, getting into a bit of strife, but, he's back, and good to see him running at 100% again.
And a pacey response here from the Sharks. Russell, ball in hands now. Yep, and that's a good call.
Good decision.
Zach Jenrick wants the players moving forward consistently. And Hayden Moffat, he's working here with Russell. Also in the mix there is...
he always tries, doesn't he, Corey?
Also in the mix is Dave Ogmere. Close to the line and can't quite get past Luke Kane, who makes a saving touch coming up off his line there.
Yeah, and that's better. That timing was good on that. We've seen the referees get these sniping type defensive efforts, but Luke Kane had made the line and was in really good position, and the referees were on the spot to adjudicate on that one.
Working their way out to the left, and the touch will be made there. Fifth and last, we will see static play. Neither team able to score from their fifth touch when they've started from a still position, but almost there. They did have overlapping numbers thanks to a last-second substitute there. Now the Hornets will have a chance to play a clean box set for the first time in this game, coming off their own line, up by 1.
Yeah, they've looked better after the resumption, haven't they, Jack? They've come out and their first 3 sets have been really, really effective, and this is more of the way that Hornets play their footy.
Riley Jones, just so busy all the time. It's Floyd Ty, who goes long, back on the inside, tries to find Langbridge there, I believe, and then the Sharks are straight back into possession. So starting to up the ante here. It's already pretty high adrenaline out there for both teams, but just the competitive nature of both means they want to win this fixture.
This game's got heaps of footy left in it, and neither team are going to give an inch.
End-to-end stuff here at the moment. Both teams with successful rucking sets. The Hornets here working towards their box in 3 touches. They've done well there to work their way past shooting defence of the Sharks. They should get a strike dump at the tail end of this set now. Let's see what they can do. Langbridge plays the ball, works away. Thompson gets it back, flicks out wide. The ball is... it's all away. It's a try. And Connor Edwards, the players came to a halt there. I think the Sharks defenders just went, you know what? You've got us.
No, it's a sensational piece of play. They ran the fly, they recycled the ball, and then, quick hands, nice strike dump from Riley Jones into the Rooster early release, and Jones through to Connor Edwards, and that's a classic Hornets try.
And the Sharks now will be back on the ball. 5-3 the scoreline. Let's see if they can get back to within 1 point here. Hennessy close to the line, looming. Goes for the short ball. It's still play on, and it will be a try. And there was some wizardry there that happened, because I thought there was a touch in the middle, and the ball's just gotten away from him there.
Yeah, fantastic hit back there from the South Queensland Sharks. They got them into some phase. Hennessy again, the magician, rips it off the ground, and nice finish into the corner, and game on again.
So the Hornets up and 5-4 on the athlete scoreboard. Close to the line now. Dylan Thompson with the ball in hands. Flicks that ball away. Second phase play. It's Thompson again from half. They don't quite have numbers out in the middle there at the moment. So 5th and last. They'll be pretty happy with their start to the half so far, though, as the ball goes to ground.
There's a little bit of feeling out there. Thompson and Corey Russell come together again, and I think referees just need to keep an eye on that and make sure that things stay, where they need to on the field there. But it's a tough game, and the referees have got this one, and Sharks will be a little bit disappointed in conceding that penalty because they were making really, really good metres downfield, and you don't want to give Hornets too many opportunities, in very good field position.
So, the Sharks will get the ball back on the halfway mark. It seems, maybe a foot in the ruck. So it looks like the Hornets actually will get the penalty in their favour with just 8.5 minutes left on the clock.
And as we said, referees are all sort of microphoned up, so they're able to communicate with each other, so they can get those types of iffy decisions, more correct than not these days. So that's a great aid to the referees.
Josh Moffat, ball goes to ground, and it will be. Oh, okay, interesting there. So the Sharks straight back into possession here, and Hennessy.
And they're sort of going a little bit more direct there at the start of that set, and so it'll be interesting to see what this back end looks like for the Sharks.
South Queensland Sharks, they'd like to come first in their pool. Of course, any semi-final opponent will be difficult. Russell goes to Hennessy. 6 more touches called, so it's sort of taken a touch there off the Hornets' defence. Little deflection. And with 6 touches on the line, you've got to anticipate serious danger here. The Sharks, well, they're on the hunt now. Wilson Groff, Dill Hennessy, Corey Russell, Dayberg Mir, players that we're watching. Middle of the park. Oh, and that's not what you want.
Yeah,
Russell just takes a little bobble.
Disappointed with that, to say the least. He's a perfectionist, in all that he does, Corey, and I'm sure that would have disappointed him a little bit. But now Hornets on the charge after that error,
and they're looking extremely lively. This Hornets outfit, ball does go to ground. Maybe a little bit too much excitement in the camp, so they'll want to just get back to the basics here and just make sure they're completing their sets, but through the hands there have gained an extra 5 or 7 metres for the Sharks. And
that's the genius of Dylan Hennessy. Like Corey to start with, through long to Dylan, and then no fear in terms of recycling and trusting his skill level. And, they've put the Sharks into a really good field position, and they've earned the penalty now.
Sharks sense the occasion. Blood in the water for sure. And Tyler Love will re-enter the field. Swagger in his step and hoping to get on the scoreboard in this matchup. See what they can do here. Dayberg Mir wants to pop it to Dave Murray. Wants to be dummy half, I said, at the moment. But they earn another penalty.
Yeah, fair penalty for Hornets not sort of pressing out and making those touches.
So, Dayberg Mir again with Moffat. Ma. So Ma plays to Dayberg Mir. Working together. Experience abound. Drummy. Looking like picking up from half. We're very, very close here to seeing an exclusion, actually. So, and there it is. That is 3 penalties. So, as per the rules, he will now spend the next couple of sets, Carly, in the bin, effectively.
Yeah, they're just, it's the referees want you to get out there. So, he'll be like, listen, and that's fortuitous. That is very lucky for the Hornets.
Survived.
Yep.
And the Hornets there, to put this in perspective, they had to play, so it was just a 1 set there.
It's just,
1 set exclusion, so they've survived a scary encounter there, had to play a man down. And the Hornets, they keep their lead for now. 1 point in it, 4 minutes on the clock. Anyone's game at this point. Who'll step up and take control of this match?
Yeah, I mean, there are superstars on both sides, of that line, mate, and there's a lot of footy left to be played in this. So, again, you'd be a brave person to pick a winner at this point because, as I said, you've got so many good players out there that they're both capable of cracking each other open.
Wood tight, plays the ball, little bowl there, considered the players to be offside, did the referees.
And Josh Moffat's been Hornets' best in this game, and like he's got the hot hand at the moment. So yeah, he and Jones are working together in concert there.
Jones, or he was ready for that second phase. You sense that he's willing to do that. Always excited to get things moving. Jones picks up, goes back there to Moffat. Moffat dives for the line. And it will be try time for Josh Moffat. You said he'd been the best in this matchup, and he's proving it once more. 6-4 is the score. Hornets lead the Sharks.
Yeah, that's great to see Josh Moffat diving at the line again, and I said it was his strength, and it's really impressive to see him back doing what he does best, and he's extended this lead out by 2 for the Hornets.
So the Sharks now tapping off from halfway. 3 minutes left in this fixture. 2 tries is what they need to bring it back to square. And an important win for the Sharks, who did go down to the Scorpions, so they want to keep things within their own hands. Hennessy here goes to Dayberg-Mere. They can't breach the defence of the Hornets, and you can hear the cheers from the surrounds and the Hornets box, which is all the way over the other side of the field for us here in the commentary box. So it looks like Hennessy's going to get the ball here early on in the play. Dives for the line, and that will be ball down. The 23, Will Eagleton for the Hornets, with a valiant effort on the dive, but Hennessy just too quick to the line. Yeah,
the Australian Emus captain, look at him go. His footwork, his guile, his ability for the big occasion. Dylan Hennessy steps up, and he gives the Sharks a shout here with just under 2 minutes to play.
Well, the tension has been rife throughout this entire encounter. In fact, 2 tries is the biggest margin we've seen between the teams. So just to show you how close things will always be when these two teams come for a classic matchup. Who will win this one, though, is yet to be seen with 1.5 minutes on the clock. The Hornets' advantage in their favour. Can they put another try on the board here? Working their way, Luke Kane as well, working with Josh Moffat. And he's just checking out his wrist there, it seems, on the dive.
Yeah, he's had a bit of a thumb problem earlier in the tournament. He's just slipped out the back there. So, yeah, hopefully he hasn't re-injured that thumb again. Yeah, hopefully there's, that'll be all right. There's enough injuries in the camp. Physio Sharon Houston's there, and in good hands is Josh Moffat.
So as we move to the play now, the Sharks pick up the ball here. Not long to play, and they might be feeling that this is their last set of the match, pending any errors or penalties. So Dayberg-Mere will be on the pitch. Let's see who else will be coming in for the strike here. Wilson Groth working. It's 5th and last already. The touch has been called, and it will be honoured. It's the number 14, Matthew Atkins, the hero for his team at the death here. They've just got to complete their set now, and they'll get over the line here, the Hornets, in the wars, but proving that they've got the depth in this competition.
Yeah, really, really spirited effort there. Couple of seconds left to play, and they won't want to do anything silly. They'll just want to play out their set and not give Sharks another possession.
Mitchell Milton there, involved at the tail end here, and that will mark full time here. Our athlete scoreboard at the end reads 6-5, the Hunter Western Hornets over the South Queensland Sharks. And Carly, classic as always between these two teams.
Yeah, another fantastic performance from both sides. Neither team will be discouraged or encouraged by that result. They know that they're going to be combatants again, in the next day. So, fantastic effort from both teams, and an entertaining contest for us here at the Championships.
Well, the Inferno Championships live at Coffs Harbour. Plenty more action coming for your Saturday.